Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Bondurant for a second-round postseason matchup between the Pella Dutch and the Bondurant Blue Jays. I am joined by Mike Drew on this beautiful night. Welcome, Mike.
Hey, Gibby, how you doing tonight, buddy?
Pretty excited to be under this tent because I think otherwise it'd be a little bit warm. So
Only a small heat advisory for a day and a half.
no big deal
No big deal.
for guys like us. We handle heat well.
Elite athletes.
Yep. I think we got ourselves a pretty good matchup here tonight. The Dutch enter with a 21-11 overall record and an impressive 16-4 victory over the South Tama in the first round. The Jays received a first-round bye due to their solid work throughout the regular season. Looking back, we've really got almost no history whatsoever with Pella. We played them once back in 2015, so really nothing to go off of there. Coming into tonight's game, Mike, what are a couple keys you got for victory?
I have one key tonight for victory for Bondurant, and that is offense. If the offense can get going like it has in spurts throughout the year, I think we should take advantage of the home field and move good. But sticks are the most important part of the game, and defense has been pretty solid lately. So let's get on the board and get on the board early.
Well, and there's you know that you're going to get a really good pitching performance out of Jackie, and she's not going to give up a whole lot. And so that was kind of what I looked at too. Is we only give up 1.8 runs per game; they give up 6.7. So we can't have one of those nights where we just struggle to score. We got to go out and hang a crooked number. It'd be nice if we could do that early and just kind of jump all over them. Looks like defensively overall, we've got some better numbers there. I think it might come down to whichever defensive team makes a fewer mistakes. And like you said, we've been pretty solid. Throughout the whole year, really.
Throughout the whole year, I know the infield itself has been very solid from an air perspective, but also just making the plays that they should be making in the outfield. It's been anchored down. A lot of experience out here in the outfield and playing very well.
The Dutch have won 4 in a row coming in. They did finish third overall in the Little Hawkeye Conference, 10-8. They're led by senior hitter Ava Curry, who's got a 4.47 in average and 4 home runs, 37 RBIs. Sophomore Katie Shekels also hitting 440 with 29 RBIs. Looks like Emma Ekoff is going to do majority of their pitching. She's got 14 wins on the year with a 2.62 ERA and 96 Ks in 107 innings pitched.
A little early for a flyby.
Yeah, usually we wait for that as the national anthem's going on.
4 of them flying over.
I can't see them through the tent. The Jays, as I mentioned, were 28-10 on the season, 9-7 in conference play, finished 4th overall in what I believe is the toughest 4A conference
undoubtedly
for softball. And our number 12 ranked coming into this. They've won 7 out of their last 8. Including a nice win over Ankeny, second one of the season last weekend at the Carlisle tournament. I would say that the Blue Jays got a very balanced lineup here, but are led by Mallory Nickel, hitting 353, 27 RBIs. Freshman Maddie Martin's got 6 home runs on the year with 28 runs scored and 16 stolen bases. And senior Addie Gross.
I think we're going to go ahead and break here for the
is hitting
national
367.
anthem.
All right. We are back. So to continue with a little bit of the stats, as we mentioned, Jackie's been solid all year. She's coming in 23-8 on the season in 216 innings pitched, giving up a opponent's batting average of 201. She has 189 Ks on the season and a 1.2 ERA. I was really impressed with her .92 WHIP, Mike.
Yeah, and furthermore, just hit the 600K mark the other night at home, which is just impressive on a career.
Yep, and as I mentioned, 189, so she's only 11 away from 200 on the season. So she will be on the bump here for the Blue Jays. Starting off for Pella will be Ava Curry, senior, very young team for Pella. Only 2 seniors in the starting lineup. We've got one as well. Our lineup is extremely young. We've got 3 seniors. Sorry, two seniors.
3 total.
That are in the starting lineup.
2 in the starting lineup.
Yep. So I think this, her being the number one hitter for Pella is a important way to start the night for the Blue Jays here, is keeping her off the base pass.
We just had the main color guy walk by, Tony Nickel.
I didn't think he was going to be here.
I didn't think he was going to show up tonight, but really happy Tony stopped by. So, all right, here we go, Gibby. Got a little softball action going on. Wind blowing dead out from the south. We'll have to keep the ball down here. So, Boss leads us off here.
Looks like a strike to start
one.
the night.
That'd be a good thing if we can get that call all night. Jackie most of the time keeps it down in the zone and does a really nice job keeping it and throwing a lot of ground balls.
Ooh, a little off speed there. 0-2 count. Don't want to give her anything too good to hit.
Nope. I can hear Grandpa over there saying not too good here.
Find something outside the zone, see if we can't get her to chase it. Pretty good effort out of Bella there to knock the ball down. And Lydia was already making her effort to probably make a diving play at that.
Yeah, ball, dive to the right there. That's a tough play, backhand.
Yep. Just couldn't quite bring it in. So Ava Curry gets a infield single there to start the party for the Dutch. That's going to bring up Ella Heemstra, sophomore, hitting .343 on the season. First baseman for the Dutch. That one's a little low.
Not really testing Mally's arm there behind the plate.
No, she's got a pretty good arm. Not very many people have really stolen on her.
No. And usually if it is a stolen base, sometimes it's a mix-up between short and second on who's covering. And this
got a shot for
drop the ball. Got to get that first one first.
Yep, a little flip there from shortstop, and Lydia was unable to corral that. I think she was just getting ahead of herself a little bit there and wanting to throw that to first base to try to get 2. But as you mentioned, got to get 1. That's going to bring up Emma Eekhoff, the junior, hitting .372 on the year.
Leads the team in home runs, you said?
That I don't remember. I don't know if I don't know if I said that.
Well,
I think Curry had 4 home runs on the year.
I got you. Okay. But obviously hitting in the 3 spot.
Yeah.
Some power. Probably driven in some runs, so.
Yeah, hitting .372. They've got a lot of solid averages top to bottom in their lineup.
The Jays just need to settle in, right? At the end of the day, it's a softball game. The plate is 17 inches wide. It hasn't changed all year. And they really gotta settle in their first strike 2 call.
Well, it's not the first time that Jackie's had to work herself out of a jam, and that's just something you got to get used to every now and then.
Yeah.
Errors happen, and
Yep.
you just got to go make plays.
Foul ball down the third base line.
Would have been nice to keep that fair. Nickel would have had a pretty easy play there.
Probably a third first play there.
Yep. One bad part about this, Mike, with the tent, is keeping my bald head protected, but I can't see the count.
Truth.
Flip the second again there. This time it is complete for the first out. So now the Dutch will have runners at first and third.
1 out.
That will bring up.
Looks like we're going in the dugout for a courtesy runner. 13? Can't tell.
If it is 13, that'd be Abby Melvin. So this will bring up Katie Shekel, sophomore second baseman, hitting .440 on the year. Well, that's fair. Throw to second, get the force. That's a play you're just not going to see very often.
But a phenomenal effort by our catcher and pitcher, both diving for the ball. Malley comes up with it, fires it to second to Davis. Davis fires back home, try to get the runner in from third. So Dutch strike first, but overall not a lot of damage there. Getting the second out of the inning. Got to score to win.
Yep, and that give credit to Curry at third base there. Pretty good base running. One that she had to go back to third because really good shot of us catching that.
Yeah.
And then waits for that throw down to second and must have some pretty good speed because was able to beat that throw. That's going to bring up Lucy Carlson, freshman, catcher, hitting .357. That appeared to be a strike. Yep. Jackie doing a pretty good job of getting ahead of hitters so far in the first inning.
Yeah, again, I just think Blue Jays just need to settle in here. Get to find this third out and get the bats rolling. But, all in all, a little outside on that pitch, 1-1.
Good location, just a couple inches off the plate. Brings the count to 1-1. Look, kind of like a check swing. Oh, the Jays are throwing it around.
Still no runs there.
So Carlson's going to reach on an error. Then going to advance to third on another error. That will put runners at second and third with 2 outs, but like you mentioned, no runs were scored. And I do think the Blue Jays just need to take a deep breath here.
Yeah, for sure. And and to be quite frank, that ball was probably a ball that Nick handles well, but it was a very bouncy.
I think it took a weird hop on her.
It was a weird hop. Coming off a lefty, probably slicing away from her, tried to backhand it, and ball just didn't find the glove. At the end of the day, the ball didn't find the glove. So that happens, and you got to flush and move and try to get your third out here. And obviously Dutch putting some pressure on the Blue Jays. Number 2 in, the courtesy run for Carlson, the catcher.
Number 2 would be Maddie Keski. I'm glad you can see those numbers. I have a hard time.
Yeah, well, my age and all compared to yours, even though I think we're the same age.
More so their hair that's hanging over the numbers.
True.
Looked like a little indecision there out of Bella, but wasn't sure what she was going to do. Was going to maybe throw that home, which should not have happened.
Yeah.
And end up going to first to get that third out of the inning. So Pella has 1 base hit, couple Blue Jay errors, kind of a weird play is going to lead to 1 run for the Dutch. which will bring up the Jays top of the order in the bottom of the first inning.
Eventful top half there, Gibby.
Yeah, a lot going on.
But you know what? Not a lot of runs scored. So, at the end of the day, you give up one, okay, fine. Try to answer, try to win the inning, tie the inning, do whatever you got to do, try to get one on the board here.
As I mentioned, Maddie Martin leads the team in home runs. Not a common trait for a leadoff hitter. Freshman, hitting .314 on the year. I think she's safe. Yep. So the Dutch also start with an error themselves. And Maddie does have pretty good speed, leads the team in stolen bases, is able to beat that one out. Because the first baseman almost got there. That's going to bring up senior Addie Gross, who a good chunk of the year was hitting ninth. But we've kind of reshuffled a little bit. Now she's hitting in the 2 spot for the Blue Jays. And does have
Martin with the stolen base there.
Nice job. Does have the highest average on the team with .367.
Yeah, and she finds a way. And I honestly, Josh, once they moved her to the 2nd spot, I feel like her average went up. And it got her into positions to actually really lay it down or slap or do whatever, and foul ball there.
Yep, attempted bunt, but does trickle foul. So play is dead there.
One.
Yep. That one's looked like an off speed down in the dirt.
Really good hold by Maddie Martin, too. She's often going to take that base, but understands the importance of what's going on and the situation in the game, and knows that, one good pitch, Addie's going to be able to put that on the ground and get her to third. No sense taking that chance. So really good hold there by Martin.
Little slapper there. Oh, that was close. Oh, did call her out.
Safe and then out.
I'm confused by the call there.
I don't. I assume safe on the tag. Out. No. Safe on the obstruction, maybe?
That's what I was wondering, if he was going to call obstruction, but it didn't look like he stuck his hand out.
No, he didn't. He stuck both hands out.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what the call is.
Okay, well, we're going to mark it down as a fielder's choice.
In and out.
Yep, and she is out. It's going to put Addie at first. So I wonder if she will try to steal.
Not on the first pitch here.
So that brings up Nikayla Davis, freshman shortstop, hitting .274 on the year.
Really, he's had some good at-bats the last probably 2 weeks, kind of some atom balls, but, for the most part, a pretty good staple there at the 2-3 spot for the Jays.
And also one that was kind of hitting towards the bottom of the order and has now moved up. Bunt there. Eekhoff with the field and throw to first for the second out.
Really just trying to move that runner into scoring position. As you mentioned earlier, Josh, Nickel leading the team in average. A lot of times a right side, right gap type of hitter. Would easily score Gross in the gap. but just trying to move the run up and see what we can get done.
Well, and she's hitting 353 now, and at the beginning of the year, that first half, she was hitting like 250. So
for sure,
she's really been hot this back half of the season, probably hitting 400 plus.
Yeah.
In the last 10 to 15 games.
I suppose Nichols just a spark too. I mean, she's fun to be around. She's doesn't take herself seriously, takes the game seriously, but does a really nice job.
I also think she does a great job of not swinging at bad pitches. She knows the strike zone very well, and
for sure.
And lays off 2 pitches there that honestly were pretty close.
Yeah.
2-0 count. Really could use that single somewhere in the outfield. Find some grass. Looks like Ekoff is kind of working around here a little bit here too.
Yeah, I would say. A lot of off speed to Nickel, which is not,
I assume we're giving her the green light here, right? Get your pitch, you're going.
Yeah, I would imagine if you wanted,
If it looks good, that didn't look good. So we're going to let that go. That's going to bring up senior Jackie Boss hitting 324, an opportunity to help herself out here.
Yeah, and Jackie's been scoring the ball up really well, the last couple regular season games. 2 for 3 nights, just really, really hitting the ball well. So I look to Jackie to kind of help herself here.
That one looks off the plate.
Yep, ball.
Good start here for Jackie. And I got to think if she can find some grass here with 2 outs, Gross running on anything, you got a real good shot at scoring.
For sure.
And nice base
up.
running.
Great base running by Addie.
They kind of lost focus there a little bit.
For sure. A little, I don't know about straight steal, maybe a little delay steal, just come off the bag hard and then take off. So, now we could really use that base hit here and get that run back.
Base hit will definitely score now.
Hit hard to short to first. Good play in the 5-6 hole.
Great job out of Curry to end that threat there by the Blue Jays. So that is the 3rd out. We've got no hits. We've got 1 walk, but unable to match that 1 run. We return for the top of the 2nd inning with the Dutch leading 1-0. They will lead off with Riley Parks, a freshman left fielder who's hitting 328 on the season.
I think likes to put the ball on the ground, bunter, slapper, whatever you want to say. Pretty good speed out Parks here.
She is a lefty, and Boss is a little bit low on that one. One-0 count. Just kind of threw that one by her.
Yeah, actually full swing too. So maybe your scouting report was wrong, Josh, or
my scouting report or yours,
or it's the Parks on deck.
Okay, yeah, there are 2 Parks. So that strike 2 there, 1-2 count.
Both swing left-handed. I assume both freshmen, both so twins.
They are both freshmen. As we mentioned, Pella is very young.
Good pitch.
4 freshmen in their starting lineup.
And that was a great chase pitch, trying to get her chase out of the zone. And, Parks didn't bite, but, it's a good pitch for 1-2 count.
Foul ball.
On a side note, I've heard more cheers with barks in them this year than I've ever have. Does your 10-year team have a bark cheer?
I haven't heard us bark.
Oh.
I think that's a good thing.
I don't know. All right, boss up with a high heat. It's a good pitch.
Very much so. Gets that first out of the inning, which is something we were unable to do last inning, and is always important to help limit runs.
No, and just in case the people watching are wondering, this is Parks again, left-hander from the other side.
This one would be Avery.
Showed bunt. I must have had the wrong Parks there a little earlier.
I'm just, I'm impressed you're out doing some scouting.
Yeah, absolutely. Dutch Live, you can always catch a game on there. So,
must have been a slow day at the office. You were pulling up some game film.
I mean, yeah, probably not.
Foul ball.
Hey, how about those Blue Jay baseball guys last night?
Was able to come up and catch a little bit of that, a 10-0. I don't think that was a huge surprise. The Jays are the number 1 seed in their district. But did take care of business. Maybe a hair high.
Maybe just it was me calling it a strike from out here. Should have been the payoff pitch there. I think I saw Seidel motion for a strike, but.
And the baseball team will play on Monday against Lewis Central. That one is up and away.
Everybody but the home plate umpire thought it was a strike. It's okay.
Well, nobody else here is getting paid.
That's the truth. All right, 2-2 count.
Boss with another pretty good pitch there, but Parks able to foul that one straight back.
Yeah, off the glove of Malley. Maybe a bank off the umpire mask.
Still have a 2-2 count. So it's a lot of barking. Ground ball to Martin.
Good.
Throw to first.
Good.
Second out of the inning. That will bring up Bray Van Zanti, right fielder.
Very nice enunciation of the Dutch name.
Thank you. Freshman right fielder, hitting 143 on the season. You got a scouting report for us on this one?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
Is the 9-hitter, so I assume Jackie's just kind of go right after her here.
Strike one.
Pumping some heat.
143 you think would favor Boss, but hey, 143
There's a reason why you play the game, right?
Yeah,
you just
and
never know.
And in the same aspect, 143 is not 0. So obviously it does have some hits, and up and away on that one brings a 1-1.
We've only played a little over an inning, but I think the umpire is going to favor a low strike zone.
It sounds like it. Looks like it.
Compared to a higher strike zone, as long as they're consistent. Jackie's good enough to adjust wherever she needs to throw it.
For sure.
1-2 count. That one got away from her a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. 2-2. What do you think? Straight heat?
Yeah, I'm just pumping gas here.
Pumping gas.
I don't think she's shown that she can catch up to it.
Yep. Much better inning by the Jays.
Second strikeout there for Boss. No runs, no hits. We move to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Dutch. Moving to bottom of the second.
I'm just glad the softball game started so I didn't have to listen to your golf game anymore.
Yeah, it's not good. I wouldn't want to listen to it either.
Yeah.
Lydia Martin Jr. for the Jays leading off, hitting .232, second baseman.
Is that Lydia Martin Jr. or she is a junior?
She is a junior.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's kind of on top of that one. It was a great kick save and a butte by the old third base umpire there.
Yeah. Not letting that get by him.
Hey, quiz time. Who won the Stanley Cup this year?
Are you asking me?
Yeah. Florida or Edmonton?
It was Florida.
Yeah, obviously. Big hockey fan you are.
I don't watch a lot. Pop fly.
Caught by the shortstop.
Curry with the catch. I think we want to avoid hitting it to her.
Yeah, I would probably suggest. Honestly, I would suggest really not hitting it to anybody. Let's, find the gaps.
Fair enough. Going to bring up the designated player, lefty, Chloe Thirlby, a junior.
A junior. Okay.
Hitting .319 on the season.
Yeah, Chloe swings a good bat, so there's no surprise here at her, the designated player spot. Ball called.
Chloe also does a lot of pitching for the Blue Jays as well. A really solid number 2 pitcher.
Oh.
Ground ball right back to Ekoff for the second out.
Casual play.
Yes, it was. That will bring up Maddie Malley, freshman catcher, hitting .270 on the season. Maddie's kind of been in and out of the batting lineup, always been in the defensive lineup.
Yeah, again, really nice bat. Sometimes heat advisory days and other days you give your catcher a little break. So
well, and I think Coach Baker's got a good problem. She's got some really solid hitters to choose
For
from,
sure.
and trying to figure out, hey, who are we going to put in the lineup isn't always as easy as some people think it might be.
Ooh, base
and there you
right
go.
up the middle.
First hit of the night for the Blue Jays. Probably going to get a courtesy runner here, I would think.
I don't think you will.
Nope. You're going to keep it?
No, I think Maddie will run.
You are correct. That will bring up Peyton West.
Junior.
Hitting .256 on the season. Right fielder.
Ooh.
You know, from out here in center field, it looked like it almost bounced on the plate, but maybe it went through the zone.
I kind of have a rule. If the catcher has to catch it underhand, I just don't think
tough.
it's a strike.
At this age, yeah. Well, if we're talking 8-year-olds,
Yeah.
sure, because they're a heck of a lot shorter.
Yeah.
It's tough for it to be a strike when the ball is almost in the dirt.
Really could use Peyton to jump on one here.
Yeah, we just got to be really nice to match that one run that Pella's got already. That one's outside and low.
Seems like a lot of off speed by Eka.
Well, I don't know if she's overpowering, so I do think she
No, but
probably mixes in that off speed a little bit.
Sure. That's tough to hit.
Yeah, it does keep a hitter off balance. Really unsure what's coming.
Kind of evens the count 2-2 there.
Got 2 outs, so Malley will be running on anything hit.
Yeah, 2-2. You're right.
And got her with that off speed. Very similar pitch that was called a strike earlier. So 1 hit, no runs. We move to top of 3, 1-0 Dutch. Welcome back. Top of 3. We got a great game going so far with the Dutch striking first, scoring 1 run in the first inning. They are back to the top of the order with Ava Curry, the senior shortstop, who's already made several nice plays and did score that 1 run of the game so far.
Yeah, rolled a nice ground ball in between first and second. We made a valiant effort to get it, but
yeah, almost a great play out of us and a nice hit out of her. Looks like that one's a little off the plate. Start off 1-0.
Can you spell valiant?
Valiant?
Yeah.
Valiant.
Is it 1 L's or 2? All right, we got the 1 L from Seidel.
Hey, just because there's 2 L's in Pleasantville doesn't mean there's 2 L's in everything.
Yes. Yes. That's a good pitch by Boss, getting it back even 1-1.
That one is high, 2-1 count.
I think the belt's high tonight.
It's going to definitely have to be on the lower half to be considered a strike, which, again, is totally fine. You know the strike zone. You got to throw it there.
For sure.
And as a pitcher, I got no problem throwing down. You'd rather throw there than having to throw up.
This is true.
I know Jackie really doesn't want to let her get on base. Going to have to throw her something good here.
Great pitch.
That's a dead ball. That one's got to sting a little bit.
Yeah,
right off the inside part of the leg.
Absolutely.
She walked it off pretty quickly, though. She's tougher than you and me.
Tell you what I would do, though, is I would go right back to that spot.
A little on the inside.
Absolutely. A little breezy tonight.
Did get to a full count now. There you go. She did throw it back inside.
And the swing changed a little bit.
It did. It was more defensive. That's for sure. Breeze is keeping the bugs away.
Absolutely. I am a fan.
Again, another payoff pitch here, full count.
Great pitch. Great pitch.
Gets a kind of a little lazy fly ball there to shortstop. Davis makes a play for the first out of the inning. That's a big out for the Jays.
It's a huge out, considering the first inning, we let that run score. So,
yeah, I feel like we let the base runners affect our play a little bit, trying to hurry and make some plays. That brings up Ella Heemstra, sophomore first baseman. She got on that fielder's choice error in the first inning, hitting .343 on the season. Boss got her with a little off speed there and a weak foul ball.
I would tell you that this zone does favor Boss. Boss is a drop ball pitcher, low in the zone type of pitcher. So you see a lot of this foul off your foot to ground balls, and so this could be a benefit for Boss tonight. Tried to get one on the corner there. Actually, great spot on 0-2 pitch.
0-2 pitch, that's perfect. Probably 3-4 inches off the plate,
for
maybe.
Sure.
Hopefully get him to chase that a little bit.
You never know when you're going to get the call, right?
Yep. Yeah, an 0-2, usually they're protecting.
Up.
Jackie
Boss
gets that
fields
one.
It herself. Good. At least she didn't have to dive for that one.
No, that wasn't nearly the the tough play in that first inning. Emma Ekoff, junior, coming up to bat here. He's done the pitching duty so far for the Dutch. That one's low in the dirt.
I don't think it's that low.
Did reach on a fielder's choice in the first inning.
This was the diving play. Boss look to Boss to come back, challenge the hitter right here.
Nice piece of hitting there out of Ekoff to take that right field. Two outs for the Jays. That will bring up cleanup hitter Katie Shekel. She also reached on a well, this was the play, Mike.
Okay.
This was the pop fly between pitcher and catcher.
Yeah, a really good piece of hitting by Ekoff there. Pitcher, you got to kind of tip your cap and move on. So, 13 in for running here for Ekoff.
And 13 is Abby Melvin again. Ground ball to Nickel. Nickel throw to first.
Great play.
Good job out of the Jays there to get out of that inning.
All right, top of the lineup coming up, bottom of third.
We move to bottom of third, 1-0 Dutch.
I just said that.
Yeah, you. Moving to bottom of three, Dutch up 1-0. Jays are back to the top of the order with freshman Maddie Martin leading off. She did reach in the first inning on an error by the third baseman, was able to steal second, and then had a really weird play at third. I'm still not sure what happened there.
Off speed for strike one.
Where it was maybe obstruction, maybe she was tagged.
She was out.
Yeah, but either way, she was out. Ekoff starts off with a strike, 0-1 count.
Out in front of that one.
Good cut out of Martin. And Carlson unable to catch that. So second life here for Maddie. Hopefully she can make something out of this. Just don't know if Carlson ever really got a good eye on that one.
Yeah, I don't think so either. That's tough. I mean, that was all the way in front of the dugout too. So.
Yeah, a lot of times that's easier for the first baseman coming in to go get that.
Sun's dead square in the eyes of the first baseman right now. So.
Strike three in the dirt. But still able to make the play there for Carlson.
Getting a whole host of off speed here. So we're going to have to sit back, use the wide side of the field. When I say wide side, in between right fielder and left fielders to try to hit the gaps and, get the ball down and get on base.
That'll bring up Addie Gross, who reached on that fielder's choice. Also had a stolen base herself. Kind of a slow roller to the second baseman. Easy
Almost
flip.
Too much on it.
Yep. Second out of the inning. We'll bring up freshman Nikayla Davis, who laid down a bunt in her first at-bat of the night.
Hey, I did tell Nick we need her on the track and field team in the spring. I don't know if she listened, but I'm just saying.
I think it'd be good for her. We could definitely get her even faster. Ekoff starts off with another off-speed pitch there in the dirt for a ball. That one low as well. Really would be nice to get her on here and see if, one, if she could steal a base, and two, if Nickel can't get into one and get one on the board for us.
Yeah, best case scenario right there, right? So 2-0, either way you can.
Pretty good cut there, out in front. 2-1 count. That one drops in there for a strike. Thought he hesitated a little bit, like he was unsure if that was a strike. Thought maybe it was off the plate. 2-2.
No comment.
That one was definitely low, but got the bat on it. Good play by the third baseman. Regan to end the inning.
Taking us to the fourth.
Yep, no runs, no hits. 1-0 Dutch. Heading to the top of the fourth. Dutch up 1-0. Leading off is catcher Lucy Carlson, who reached on a error in her first at bat.
Yeah, hit a little skipper here to shortstop. So
that pitch is a ball. Probably a little bit high in the strike zone tonight.
that's good. Get the count back even.
1-1 count. Foul ball out of Carlson.
See what Boss comes back with. I would imagine down and inside. Yep.
Gets her to pop up, but it looks like that's going to be out of play.
Can't believe Bella didn't climb the fence there.
It was close.
It was close.
1-2 count to Carlson.
Probably, my guess, sticking on the inside. We might see some off speed on this pitch. Looked like Carlson was a little bit out ahead of that one. So just
ground
a nice
ball to
ground
Martin.
ball. Just a nice
first
ground ball.
Out of the inning.
Yeah, Martin fielded that really well, and always big. Get that first one.
So that will bring up senior Kiki Regan, third baseman.
Had some nice plays at third so far.
Yep, she's done her job. Did get out in a fielder's choice to end the first inning. 300 hitter on the year. Some heat there out of Jackie, but a little up.
I'm okay.
2-0 count. That one
was too low.
That one was a little in the dirt, about 35 feet. See if Jackie can battle back here. I think you got to just throw a strike here and see if your D can't make a play. That one is low. Kiki earns a walk there. That will bring up Riley Parks, freshman left fielder. Not totally a slapper like Vrew says, but did bunt.
Foul ball.
And it does appear that Riley can scoot down the first base line a little bit.
She was moving.
Yeah. Might need to move Nickel in a hair there. Yep, she scoots pretty darn close. Now you run that risk of her actually swinging away, though. Like that. Now you can back up.
That really bothers Nickel too much.
It bothers me thinking
Sitting
about
at
it.
30 feet.
Well, the good news is she's got 2 strikes, so very unlikely to lay down the bunt. Nickel can move back now.
Need to get that lead runner here.
Jackie was able to strike her out last time and almost got her there on a little off speed, down and away. Might just see now if we can't give her a little rise ball and get her to chase it.
That's what she did.
And that rose a little too much. Moves the count to 1-2. Still got that strikeout potential.
That's it. Oh, I thought Malley was going to pull the trigger on that one too.
Third strikeout of the night for Jackie. That'll bring up, I'm assuming, Sister Avery Parks.
Nickel moves back into 30 feet.
Avery was definitely trying to slap her bunt in her last plate appearance, and that one's right back up the middle. Let's see if they test. Martin. Wasn't a perfect throw, but she got it back in super quick. No real threat there of scoring. Great hit out of Parks, back up the middle.
Quite the celebration.
And she does advance to second on the throw. So that will bring up freshman right fielder Bray Van Zanti, who Jackie struck out in her last plate appearance.
Yeah, Malley's got to work hard here, keep everything in front too. It's a good start.
Yep, needed that one. It was kind of been, I feel like, a borderline pitch tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Either high or maybe a hair outside, but get the call. 0-1 count. I think we got a. Oh, we're going to have to redraw the batter's box maybe. Is that what that looked like to you?
Yeah. Not sure I've ever seen that.
I've seen it a few times with slappers because they get out of the front.
And I've seen it a few times, Carlisle, who will, actually take the chalk off the box. But
ball outside there, 1-1 count.
Yeah, I'm not sure I've ever seen him redefine a line though, because it's really not. You have tools for that. Yes.
Get a slow roller back to the pitcher for that third out. Big out there. Avoid the top of the order for Pella. No runs, one base hit. We still have the 1-0 game heading to the bottom of 4.
Back on.
Bottom of 4.
20
Jay's
long.
leading off with cleanup hitter Mallory Nickel.
Let's see what Mal can do here.
Got a walk in her first at bat.
Ooh.
And that one, we're going to test the waters.
Oh, boy.
Oh, and it hit her. Look at all those people backing up to throw.
Hopefully she's okay and just laughing there at second.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if that got her in the head or the back.
I think got her in the head.
That's why you wear a helmet.
It was a really good slide.
Love her quick decision.
Yeah, she made
didn't,
the decision. She went, right? So
we were talking about that earlier, right? You're going to make a decision. You do it fast and you just go with it, whether it's right or wrong.
Everybody's favorite AT, Sarah Moss, out on the field checking on her player.
Yeah, I think she's fine.
Looks like we got Sophie Dotzler coming in to run.
Okay, little pinch runner, I would assume.
Yeah, pinch runner.
I got a feeling that Nickel's going to be perfectly fine.
Yeah, she laughed and danced on the way out of the field, so gave Soph a hug. She's probably making fun of herself in the dugout. So.
Well, and you talked about she's got some energy to her, and we kind of needed that right now. I feel
really
like
do.
we're very flat, and we need something to go right.
Yeah.
And her getting hit in the back of the head might be the thing to do it.
Might be the thing.
That brings up pitcher Jackie Boss. Felt like that was a strike earlier tonight, but not now.
Yeah.
She
Sure.
Her first plate appearance, she did hit one to Curry at shortstop. Big opportunity here for her, though. That one's up. 2-0 count.
Dotson has been doing a good job running this year, 8th grader.
And always, that's not an easy position coming in and running, especially if you're not playing a whole lot. You might only get in once a game. Ball 3. This would be huge to get that go-ahead run on first. I think if you're Jackie, it's got to be the perfect pitch to take a hack at it.
Yeah.
So right now we need some base runners, and that wasn't it.
Ball 4.
That will put runners on first and second.
I think we'll get a courtesy runner here. I might know her.
I would assume it's going to be your kid. It is Jovi. Watching enough of these softball games, there's probably a decent chance we're going to see a bunt here, you think?
I would imagine yes. So,
which, if it's successful, puts 2 runners in scoring position at second and third.
For sure.
And a pretty good hitter to follow in Thurlby. So we'll see how this plays out. This brings up Lydia Martin, second baseman, who's made a couple nice plays in the field tonight.
Yeah, runners is here. Just got to make sure it's down, and
She flew out to shortstop in her first at bat. There's that bunt attempt.
Back.
Oh, 1 count. Now, what you don't want to do, though, is get down 0-2 on these bunt attempts and then have to come back and swing away. Let's see. Pulls the bat back. I also kind of like that, though, Mike. I want to see her throw some strikes.
I do, too.
Because it's been a little wild here. I think that first one she offered at might have been a ball.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Foul.
Ooh, that was so close to being a really good bunt. Just goes foul. That was going to be a tough play at first.
Yeah, I think she's there, actually.
Kind of got her with out on that front foot. Hit a fan in the shoulder. No big deal.
Yeah. Tough. Flexed. Good to go.
Didn't even phase her.
I would have been down for a week.
Still got the 1-2 count. It would just be really good if Lydia could somehow move our runner on second to third. Ground ball to the right side.
For sure. Even if you have fielder's choice in the middle of the field.
Anything in play here.
What do we got for a count?
2-2, I believe. So good at bat here out of Martin so far. Made her throwing a lot of pitches. Don't think she wanted to swing, but felt like she had to swing at that one. First out of the inning for the Dutch. That will bring up Chloe Thurlby.
When you see a lot of off-speed, Josh, you really got to focus on driving that ball back up the middle to the opposite side. It's tough. You don't
keeping
see
that weight back and just relax.
Especially in the conference that we play in.
Thurlby grounds back to the pitcher again. Did that her first appearance. This one is a fielder's choice. Gets the runner at third. Nice play out of Eekhoff there. Maddie Malley, who did have a single in her first at bat. We could use that again. She hit a ball pretty hard back up the middle. That one drops in there for a strike.
Watch the throw!
Malley swings at a low one and fouls it off.
0-2.
Yep, 0-2 count.
I'm going to guess off speed here.
I wouldn't throw anything close to the plate. Yeah, throw that 38-footer that she's been throwing. It's been pretty effective. Just kind of rolls it over. Oh.
And
get back there. Good base running there out of Jovi Vrew. Never hesitated. And that's the one thing about softball. You just sometimes you don't stop, and you'll get there.
yeah, sometimes you just got to keep going.
And it was kind of a slow roller, and she bobbled it, unable to make the play, and then didn't get to it very quickly. But we will definitely take that run. We got a mound visit here. I'd assume just to kind of calm them down. Similar to us in that first inning where we maybe got a little too excited.
Kudos to Malley on that, right? 0-2, battling off.
Just kept it in play.
Kept it in play, made them make a play, and, we were successful there. And so sometimes you just need a break like that, right?
Yep. That's going to bring up Peyton West. Runners on first and second. 2 outs.
Oh, that's going to drop.
That's going to drop.
Oh. Now I do not have an angle on that.
No. I will say we do have 3 umpires tonight. Most nights we've got 2. So there is that third one that is right down the left field line. And
home plate call, though.
In pretty easy call for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Peyton lays off a high one there. And that is the hard part, too. That's a lot of those have been strikes all year, Mike. And then you come into tonight and you're like, ooh, I don't swing at that. It's tough to make that adjustment in the middle of a game.
In this instance, obviously, ECOF has had a heck of a year, a good year, solid year. Coming from the conference that we're in with Baumgartner, Hagedorn, those ladies can throw it. And so when you go from 65, 66, and then you kind of get an off speed, and there's a base hit there. Runner coming around and is safe at home. We got moved runners up second and third.
Huge hit there out of West.
Yes. P needed that too.
And we kind of noticed in warm-ups. We thought maybe we can score when the ball's in the grass from second base, and throw was offline there, allowed runners to advance to second and third.
That brings up your leadoff hitter.
And we're back to the top again. Third time through for Maddie Martin. Struck out in her last plate appearance. She was up there hacking.
She wanted that. She wants that one back.
Yeah. She was looking for a big one there. A 1 count. And you're kind of at the point too, Mike. I think you can almost guess a little bit.
Yeah, I think you can guess. At this point, you're looking off speed, and easy for us to say, right? Sitting out here in center field, we're not the ones seeing it out of the hand, but
especially after that first cut, you kind of had a feeling it was coming.
Yeah, for sure.
Ball off the plate there, pretty good spot for Ecoff. 1-2 count. Martin does wait back on that one,
Yeah,
but
did a really nice job fouling that pitch off. And, I think if you talk to Coach Baker, there's a lot of conversation going on fouling off the right pitches. So, you get a pitch you don't like, you really work to crank it down the line, crank it in the dugout, whatever you got to do to stay alive in those situations. And so Maddie Martin did a fantastic job with that ball. So, got her upstairs. Hey, Jay, strike.
Needed it. Jay scored 2, got 1 base hit, couple errors out of the Dutch, but we head to the top of 5, heading 2-1 now. Back in Bondurant, top of 5. Jays just strike in the bottom half of 4 for 2 runs to take a 2-1 lead. The Dutch are now back to the top of the order themselves with Ava Curry, a senior, who did score the lone run for the Dutch.
A good off-speed pitch there.
Yeah, again, Jackie's done a good job of getting ahead.
63 to 45 mile an hour. Like, can you imagine how big a hole you would have swinging? Oh.
It's hard for that not to be a strike.
No, it's dead square in the center. Like, it is hard. But, hey.
I mean,
he's not listening to me.
No.
So
I mean, it was belt high. 2-1 count.
2-1. It's just something as a pitcher you got to work through, right?
And this is, I would say, the most important batter for the Dutch and most important one for us to get out.
I would agree.
Kind of similar
to the first hit.
To Bella, but she's unable to make that play. So Curry reaches there. I'm going to call that one an error. Going to bring up Ella Heemstra.
I think you're going to see a bunt here. Dutch have to get, playing down here, only really have 3 sessions of at-bats left, but, there you go. Take strike 1. No sign of bunt, so.
Yeah, I don't
know what I know.
I could see them playing for more than one, but we are getting to that point in the game where, hey, you do have to tie it up. There's the show of the bunt. Pull it back. And pretty big gap there because of that fake bunt. Pulled nickel up a little bit.
That was really actually a really good piece of hitting.
Excellent execution there out of Heemstra. She singles to left field. Now we're right back where we were in that first inning. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Eekhoff looking to help herself out. She had a really nice hit to right field last at bat.
Really good job by Madison Malley back there. 0-0.
And I'm sure she's kind of gotten used to that. As we mentioned, she throws a lot of balls low, and so you got to learn how to block that, use your body.
Very good pitch.
Definitely had Ekoff off balance on that one. 1-1 count.
Very good pitch again.
And
Got Ekoff chasing there.
Yeah, there's nothing that she's going to have a hard time doing much with that pitch.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But the way things have been called tonight, you kind of have to swing at it.
You almost got to get after it, right? So
1-2 count. This is a big pitch out of Jackie here.
Mm-hmm. It's a big at bat, big pitch, yeah.
Obviously, a strikeout would be huge, but getting a lead runner or any kind of out here.
Pull foul.
Foul. Yep, gave her a little off speed, and Ekoff was out in front. Might set up that rise ball here, a little high heat.
I see her staying low in the zone. But, yeah, very easily could. I mean, same eye level as a changeup. Just nothing too good, right?
Does keep it down. I think the barking dogs are back.
The fireworks are going off, though, so.
Does tend to scare the dogs.
Sometimes that happens, yeah.
That one's too low.
Oh, no, got away.
That's unfortunate. Both runners will advance. And that is the danger, right, of
absolutely
continuously throwing low in the zone. You're going to run that risk of a ball getting away from you. And it really just barely got away. But bases are so short, it doesn't take much to advance. 2-2 count.
Yeah,
I think got her to go.
Home plate called it. Interesting.
I would have probably checked on that one, but I'm not an umpire. And we definitely needed that out without the runners being able to advance there. That will bring up Shekel, cleanup hitter, second baseman. She kind of had that weird pop-up between catcher and first and a fielder's choice so far. We got a foul ball call. That was almost a really cool double play.
Yeah.
And it was almost.
Yeah, it was. I don't even know what to say. Backhand by Nickel down the line. Goes to tag the runner going home and checking it to first. And all for nothing. Foul ball.
Would have definitely had the runner at first.
Yeah, I have no idea what that play was at third. But I think their coach was screaming foul. Mallory was playing. Everybody was going. Here we go.
Oh, good execution there out of Shekel.
Yeah, that's a squeeze play.
That ties it up. Really, really nice bunt. I'm not even sure we could have got her at first either if we would have.
I don't know.
It would have been tough. I think it took us by surprise.
But, four hitter, right?
Yep.
And, breaks out a bunt. So, Coach Baker going to take a second and have a meeting on the mound.
Well, and it's been hard for us to score, so that runner on third is pretty important in trying to figure out a way to make sure she can't get to home plate. They are going to have Carlson, the catcher, up to bat, who's got on that error by the shortstop in the first inning in a ground out to second base. So really, is she going to move the infield in a little bit? Are we going to go home? Or are we just going to take her out and say, hey, we're going to score some more runs? It'd be really nice if we could get another strikeout.
Yeah, absolutely. Be interesting to see if Pella tries to move the runner up here, what our play is from first to second. Are we going to try to take the out and get it, or are we going to concede kind of that run?
Yeah, you're going to run it
to second, or
you're going to run a deceptive play where you're snapping it down to the shortstop, and you're going to try to get the girl going home.
A delay steal here, runner just kind of stands out there, and it is kind of what softball's about, just trying to move those runners up and around. Okay, got the runner. All right, perfect.
Holy cow! I didn't even think she hit that ball. I thought
I didn't either. I thought it was a foul ball, and then
that was perfect.
Yeah,
that was
it
everything we hoped for.
Great play by Boss. Heads up play, getting the call, going 4, and heading in and teeing that runner off and getting her down in the pickle. And in all honesty, they work on that a lot. Having a daughter who's a runner gets to be put in that position a lot. So, always working them back to third base, always working them back to the bag that they came from, and Jays execute that really nicely. That's a strike call there, an inside pitch.
And that will bring up Kiki Regan, the third baseman.
Walk last time?
She did, and has had a fielder's choice. Back to that hit, though. It's like she swung, but it didn't look like it was close to hitting her bat, and just barely got back into play. I mean, it was perfect for us, right back to the pitcher.
Absolutely. Runner ventured off third a little bit too far.
Yep, now you got 2 outs. Play at any bag. Take the easy one.
That's off her foot. That right there is the benefit of a 3-person crew. And
yeah, because sometimes they don't see those.
Numerous calls this year where, banks off a runner's foot or whatever, and not a foul ball or a fair ball or whatever.
And those are hard to defend sometimes because they come off so slow.
Absolutely, and then they bank or they carry them, so.
I've seen that pitch as a strike earlier tonight. Looked like that one dropped through the zone. That gives us a 2-2 count.
It's crazy as it sounds. I almost think Mally has to turn her glove over.
Mm-hmm.
Throw to first.
Davis makes a routine play there.
By Davis. 2-2. We got a burner here.
2-2, bottom of 5. Back to Bondurant, bottom of the 5th.
Not for our Bondurant.
Nope. Bondurant, 2-2. Addie Gross coming up to bat. Number 2 hitter. Really is kind of like a leadoff hitter, though.
Absolutely.
She lays down a bunt. Great play out of the third baseman.
That played perfectly.
She was ready for that. I imagine they had a little scouting report.
Well, I mean, with Blue Jay Digital filming 2 games the way we do, I mean, that's just like an
saw everything they wanted.
Automatic. Yeah. The way we keep those private, too, is great.
Brings up Nikayla Davis, shortstop. Pretty good cut there. Rips one foul.
I think Nick has 1 home run on the year. Happened at Sadell. Hit a absolute rocket to left center. I may be biased, but I'm going to tell you probably one of the smoothest shortstops in the state of Iowa.
She can definitely field it.
And just a freshman.
Which we talked about that in our last broadcast. She started as an 8th grader. She's played this year. She's almost played 60 varsity games.
Yeah, for sure.
Right around there. So
yeah,
probably a little bit more. Probably pushing 70 now. That one drops in there for a strike.
Maybe expecting off speed on that one, sitting off speed and get a fastball. That's tough to adjust.
1-2 count for Davis. That one's off the plate. 2-2, maybe even high.
Yeah, that's high. I think we chased that pitch a little bit tonight.
We have swung at a couple of those.
All right,
and they're tough.
Count.
They look juicy. Yeah,
3-2 count.
Need a base runner here.
Base runner.
Way to keep it alive.
Pat.
Oh, shoot. I thought that was getting out of play for sure. Second out of the inning will bring up Mallory Nickel, who did get our rally started last inning with reaching on an error and then getting beamed by the ball.
Makes for some great TV, though.
Yeah. See if she can't get into one here.
Mal's a great inside-out hitter. You know, main power to right center field. Hasn't got one this year yet, but
which is a little surprising.
But you know, I think at any point in time could.
Yep.
Kind of pitching around her a little bit again.
Yep. Ball two there, both not reaching 40 feet, I think. Swung on a low one there.
Don't go now.
They were ready for her to go. I think she learned her lesson.
Yeah. I think Mal just put the brakes on us and not again. I got there once.
In credit to Carlson, the catcher for Pella, she was trucking down the line herself for that type of situation. So Mallory reaches on back-to-back errors. Going to bring up Jackie, who in her last at-bat did walk.
Probably going to see a plethora of off-speed here.
Great
she
cut.
Took a hug
yeah,
she at that one.
Swung hard at that thing, but fouled it off. Would be nice to see Jackie get into one here.
That's fair ball.
Got the off-speed pitch and kept the weight back. Oh, Mal, get there. Oh, Mal. Oh.
Stay there.
Again, good job out of Pella. Kids hustling where they need to be to back up throws. I think Mal just had a little stumble.
Happens to the best of us, Mal.
And we got Rue running for Boss. Moves runners to first and second here. Lydia Martin comes to the plate. Kind of struck out in an awkward pitch where last at bat. I don't think she really wanted to swing at it.
Gonna flush that at bat and.
Yep, and here she was trying to bunt, and here she's just gonna be hacking away. So let's hope she can get one here. Got a good pitch there. Right to Shekel. Nice play to end the threat. Jays do get a couple runners, one base hit, but no runs. 2-2, top of 6. Top of 6. Riley Parks, freshman left fielder, will be leading off for the Dutch.
2 strikeouts.
We've got a 2-2 ball game. And on the night, I do have Jackie at 4 strikeouts.
Mm-hmm.
Closing in on that number 200 of the season. First pitch there, Parks offers that, so we've got strike 1.
Yeah, I think Pella here is gonna try to utilize any way possible, right? Fielded by Malley, stretched by Dix, perfect play by the catcher.
Really,
great play by Bella.
Yeah, I mean, just all around
great softball play, right?
Because Parks was trucking.
She's moving.
Yeah, I think about 90% of the time she's probably there on that play. This brings up Avery Parks.
Single up the middle.
Yeah, she had a nice hit in last at bat. Hitting right at 300 on the season. Jackie starts that one off a little bit high. There's
Good pitch.
a strike. 1-1 count. My wife is claiming that she played softball in college with the Parks girls'
I
mom.
was going to ask if we were going to the fun fact.
Yeah. Ball 2-1.
Got a score update here for you.
What you got?
6-0 into 5, North Polk over Mason City.
Nothing surprising there.
No. It's a good pitch.
Any word on our potential opponent?
Working down the line here.
Winner of tonight will play winner of Norwalk Ballard.
Looks like Xavier's up 6-0 over Fort Madison, the end of the 6th. Another 4A game.
That game would be on Tuesday. And depending who the winners are would determine where that location would be. Norwalk is the 1 seed, so as long as they win, they get a host. Foul off there out of Parks. We've got a 2-2 count. High and away. Full count now. And that's just kind of a little lazy fly ball to Davis there for out number 2. That'll bring up freshman right fielder Bray Van Zanti. He's got a strikeout and a ground out on the night.
No score out of Norwalk yet.
Thought maybe you'd be able to do a little investigative work and find some answers for us.
I'm working on that. That
did she go? No, but
called a strike at the belt though.
Vanzani steps back into the box. 1-0 count. That one is a strike right by her. 1-1 now.
Norwalk 6, Ballard 0 right now.
That also kind of sounded about right.
Out.
Very close play. Bella's just had an array of
off the bag
just grounders.
Plays. Yeah, just off the bag.
To her right, which with the left-hand glove is tough. But anyway, ends the inning. No runs, no hits. We move to bottom of 6, 2-2. We move to bottom of 6 with Chloe Thirlby leading off for the Blue Jays, who did manage to score our second run in that 4th inning.
The score update down in Warrior Country. It's 7-0 now, bottom of 6. Norwalk over.
So they are same spot as we are as far as innings go.
A little different score. Ball 2, working the count here.
And Norwalk's been tough all year. We kind of knew that would be it'd be a tough team.
But everybody's got to hit a round ball with a round bat. So.
And we got to win this one to see them.
Absolutely. Fouled off the foot.
We've seen that.
I would say 5 times.
An abnormal amount of times tonight. Yeah, at least 4 or 5. You know, most nights you might get 1 or 2 of those.
Oh, what a play.
Heemstra. So that's a couple nice plays in a row here out of the Dutch. A couple lineouts that they've snagged. First out of
Man, hit that hard.
the inning. Yes, you did. I thought that thing was going to get down the line. That'll bring up Maddie Malley, who's been a little spark plug in the lineup tonight. She's got a single and then had that ground ball that led to an error that scored our 2 runs. Or scored the second run.
Scored the first run.
Correct, sorry.
We'll see what Malley can do here. You know, just looking ahead here, if we need to get into the 7th inning, you know, nice part we're, you know, gonna get to the top of the lineup,
Yep.
right?
Shekel makes the second out there. Peyton West with the big hit in her last at bat.
Last at bat, yeah, absolutely.
Lefty steps in, 1 and 2 on the night.
Oh, interesting.
Looked like it could have been inside, but drops down into the strike zone for strike 1. That one gets away from Ekoff a little bit. 1-1 count.
Yeah, Jays have been known to score with 2 outs, so, you know, it's never a bad time to score runs, Josh.
No, and would be happy with starting off with a base runner here. That's going to be a tough play.
Pretty smooth play.
Yep. I thought maybe you're going to get a weird hop with some spin on it, but
No.
great job there out of Curry. Get the 3rd out of the inning. We move to top of 7, 2-2. Let's do it. Moving to the top of 7. We've got ourselves quite the ball game here, Mike. 2-2. Both teams will have top of the order in the 7th inning. For Pella, Ava Curry will be leading off, who's been a problem for us tonight. She's got both of their runs. Got a single, then reach on an error in the 5th inning. We mentioned it last time. I think this is the most important batter.
Absolutely.
We got to find a way to get her out. I'm not sure what the strike zone is anymore now.
Yeah, that was a strike.
Because
for five. Yeah, I know.
Honestly, I don't think that's a strike, but it's been a strike.
Yeah, I know.
And the belt high stuff still isn't a strike, so not easy for the pitchers. And nice hit again out of Curry. She is their leader for a reason. Very nice softball player. That'll bring up Ella Heemstra, first baseman, who made a really nice play last inning defensively. She singled in her last at bat.
Oh, we did get a strike.
I wasn't for sure.
I wasn't either. The late strike guys and gals are the they're the.
It's tough, especially when you're trying to call a game from center field.
Right? So
yeah,
can't
hear him. 0-1 count.
I still would expect a bunt here.
And
nope, swinging away.
Malley throws from her knees, but unable to make that play. Nice job out of Curry, stealing second base. Yeah, we saw last that 5th inning, the fake bunt pullback hit executed perfectly, but that time is a swing and a miss out of Heemstra.
And generally on purpose in those situations, try to get the bat in the line of sight for the catcher. But, big pitch here.
We did get a strikeout. Got a little nervous on the throw. It was a little bit high.
Yeah, Bella's tall, so that helps. She can usually track a lot down. Last time in this position, execution of a squeeze play.
Yep.
I would not be surprised if this happens again. But going to have to be on our toes.
Eekhoff did strike out in her last at bat. Yeah, the hard part of that drop third strike is those base runners are able to advance because you're trying to secure that out at first base. It's tough. So we got one out. Curry on third, looking to score her 3rd run of the night. I would think anything hit to the corners here, Mike, we're probably
at least checking.
Yeah, we definitely at third. Just the fact that we haven't scored too many runs, doing everything we can to make sure they don't score one.
I'd say anything sharply hit, we're probably checking.
Yep.
So.
Got a 1-1 count. Oh, and that offered glove.
Offer glove. Makes a tough play.
Big hit there out of Eekhoff, helping herself out. Curry scores her 3rd run of the night. Jackie just missed that, and it probably threw off the bounce to Davis there at shortstop.
Sure.
Because it would have been nice to get that out at first.
Yeah, getting out of that with just 2 outs.
Yep.
A run.
We can score a run, but yeah, that makes it tough. You don't get either of those. And it was almost perfect, that hot shot back to the pitcher and check the runner and get the out at first.
And they're going to score on that, right? Davis does not have a play at home. She knows.
Once it gets by the pitcher,
once it gets by Boss, Davis has got to go to first in that situation. And she knew it, but, just caromed off the glove and a little funky bounce. And
we got second baseman Shekel singled in her last plate appearance.
That was the squeeze play?
Yep.
You gave that a single?
I gave it a single. I guess okay. I will write down fielder's choice for you.
Get your book right. Snap throw to first. Safe.
Got a 2-0 count now. Going to have to give her something to hit.
Up high.
Fastball there out of Boss is up and out of the zone. 3-0 count. You okay over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, getting a little warm. Dogs are back out.
Here's a strike. We talked about keys to the game, and one of them was not making mistakes. And I feel like we've kind of made a few too many that have put us in this situation that we're in. But you mentioned scoring runs, and we haven't done enough. For a team that gives up 6 per game, we needed to score more than 2.
Yeah, well, we're not done yet. So, but you're right. I mean, in the same aspect, we've had opportunities. Ekoff has kept us off balance, which is tough in that aspect of things. But
good play there out of Jackie to get the second out.
Snap throw to second.
Going to bring up freshman catcher Lucy Carlson.
Yeah, the biggest thing for the Jays right now is stopping it at 1, right?
Yep.
Making this play. We got 2 in the bucket, so making this play is critical. Whether it's a strikeout or whether it's a ground ball, fly ball, whatever. But
whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes in this situation, you got to limit the damage.
As we mentioned, we do have the top of the order coming up in the bottom half. We just got to get there.
And we do.
Jackie gets another out on a line drive back to her. So, out number 3. Pella does score their third run to take a 3-2 lead. We will head to the bottom of the 7th, 3-2 Dutch.
All right, back to Bondurant.
We head to the final stanza here of the bottom of 7. 3-2 Dutch.
3-2 Dutch going in bottom 7.
Jays need 1 to keep this thing going and 2 to win.
And that might do it. No, it didn't. But it's a double for Martin to lead off the bottom of the 7. That was a great hit.
She really does just kind of have some natural power.
It's wicked.
It pops off of her bat. And her last 2 plate appearances we were just talking about, it was kind of a struggle. She struck out
absolutely
back-to-back at bats, chased some bad pitches. And that one was up a little bit, but she went and got it and drove it to the fence.
See what Gross can do here.
I'm thinking bunt. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking bunt. I'm hoping it's down the right field, right side. Okay.
Does her job.
Does her job perfectly. 1 out, runner at third. I would imagine Pella's going to try to cut this down. You've got probably, I'm going to guess, your fastest runner for the Blue Jays. Really, honestly, strikeout. We can't have a strikeout here, right? It's got to be a walk. It's got to be a ball in play. It's got to be something.
Preferably something on the ground.
Away from the pitcher.
Yep, not to the pitcher. And You could even throw out the old suicide squeeze like
You could.
Pella did.
Yeah, you could.
We haven't been as successful. We've tried that a few times this year, and it just has not gone our way.
We've done it more from a safety squeeze perspective, and so
Yep.
a suicide's a little different, right? You gotta get it down.
It's all or nothing, yeah.
With the third baseman playing up for a potential bunt, it gives you the opportunity to get off a third with a pretty good jump. And so, in these situations, you want to try to avoid that one hopper to the third baseman. Really want to try to avoid the corners in the pitcher, get something in the ground in the middle. So, Davis is the one we want in this spot, so.
Ball inside, just off the plate, 2-1 count, perfect for Davis here. Go and get something. And it's nice we've got, as you mentioned, a fast runner at third.
Absolutely.
So a ball that is hit to a middle infielder would be really tough for them to make a play. That's got to get out of here.
Shoot.
Not going to do it.
All right, down to our last out, Gibby. We've put ourselves in a good position. Got a runner at third here, 2 outs. Got your leading hitter up. That's what you want.
Yep. Hottest hitter you've had.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they walked her.
I was just going to – it's hard. You're going to put that winning run on. If you do that, is that the risk you're willing to take? Because you bring up Boss, who obviously is a good hitter in her own right, did single in her last plate appearance. I got to think they're going to try to pitch to her. And
I would think it'd be an unintentional walk.
Yeah, it's going to, let's work the corners,
it's going to be
off the plate.
A lot of off speed. So, from if I was Coach Baker in this situation, I would be having her sit, change.
Yep.
Get to 2 strikes, you got to just stay alive. So. All right, first pitch from Meekoff here. And
I wonder if that was a called strike or if she said she swung.
No, he said she swung, which
I didn't think so, but
he did it earlier to Pella too. So I mean, you have a 3-person crew. It's probably a good idea to ask for help.
Yeah, I think in this situation, you'd definitely like to see that. And that'll do it. That'll do it. So the Dutch are going to move on. They will face Norwalk next Tuesday. Congrats to the Dutch, 3-2.
We are out.